Oh yeah, there's wild dogs
Oh, yeah,
everywhere.
there's
Stray dogs.
Stray dogs, yeah, stray dogs all over the place in Cuba.
Our pension was right next to a garage, so there were lots of cars coming back and forth. We had planned to stay in Havana for 2 days, but you know, when you travel with children, you have to be adaptable. The boys couldn't last more than a day. Thomas wasn't feeling well. None of us were doing that well, but the boys especially didn't quite have the stamina. So we came back a day earlier. Came back the next morning, and it was nice to be back on the resort.
Oh yeah, there's a guy giving money to the cop. We don't know what the heck what happened there. It looks like
Bribery?
Yeah, bribery or something.
Boys got sunburns, of course, no matter how hard you try, it seems. You never know. Don't, Ooh.
I love the ocean, but then I started thinking about sharks.
The power of the sun is, what am I trying to say?
Look how big those waves are, though.
Yeah,
they go over our head.
Yeah, watch this. Yeah, look at that.
We don't realize how strong the sun is, even though we're told time and time again before we leave. So the boys caught some sunburns, so did we, for that matter. So I think we wore t-shirts and long sleeves if we could after that.
It's a medium-sized one. It almost went over his head anyways. Look at it, see, that would wash me in. Sure.
See, what would happen is they would wash.
Oh, look at that, look at it.
Push us in, then drag us out.
Yeah.
We kind of go to the side of it for some reason.
These were the Sea-Doo rides. Oh my goodness. Taking life into our hands. They went so fast. They have no sort of worries about liability or anything like that.
Yeah, we took ski-doos from one, like, a port, I guess, or something, like a dock, over to the zoo, and it was really cool.
Yeah, the ski-doos were really cool.
I was petrified most of the time. I was glad when we finally hit dry ground and got to see these animals.
And so here we are walking to Crocodile Park. It's more like an outdoor zoo than a farm with crocodiles on it, but cool. Pretty soon we're going to come up to a bunch of flamingos.
They're there.
There, yeah. Oh, it was amazing.
They're nice. They're pretty, see?
Yeah.
Here's the whole zoo. It's very small, but
yeah, it's the entire zoo there. Like, it had a lot of animals. There, those are like
giant rats
yeah,
that live in the trees.
I think huchias or something like that. And they're like, yeah, they're kind of like giant tree rats.
This is the first time I'm actually looking at these rats because I wouldn't look at them in real life. The boys kept teasing.
Those ones are fighting. It was really, really funny. They kind of raised their hands and they would both raise their hands. It was kind of like a mirror image or something. Really funky. Welcome. Oh, wait, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, we got to hold the baby giant rat.
Yeah, it's a baby giant tree rat there. So there's an alligator. Oh, those things are huge. Yeah, it's 6 feet long.
We got to hold one.
Yeah, that was a small one. That was like 2 feet long. It was really heavy. I could barely hold it.
Medium one. It was like a medium one, like because we held the baby one.
Yep.
The other time it was small. Yeah, it was heavy.
You have to tie its mouth closed because it could snap off your arm or something. Well, not really snap off your arm, but really do a lot of damage.
That was a great day trip. That was fun. Our sea-doo. Adrenaline and all.
There we are in Cardenas.
Oh, we're driving in a cab down the
Oh,
street.
this is Ilian's hometown. It was a nice town. It was very municipal.
The buildings, the bus stops, and everything.
Now that's
like
supposed to be
that. A famous person's house.
a famous person's house where his family died. Like he was on a shipwreck and everyone died except for him. And there was a fight about where he should go, either to Miami with his Miami Cuban family or to Cuba with his normal family, with his Cuban family.
And we went to Cuba.
They don't talk about it much. They just told us briefly that was his home, but nobody elaborated on it.
Here we drove all the way from Cardenas all the way across the island to the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah, where the Americans, they came in and they invaded, Cuba.
That guy looks like Fidel.
Traveling with the children, there's always something to be telling them about. Of course, some of the stuff adults find interesting, children
Here,
don't.
this is the countryside. There's a dog that we...
Sugarcane farm, I think. Remember all the
Oh,
sugarcane?
yeah, that's right. I think there's a sugarcane farm. Yeah, here's a picture of Che with his fist in the air.
I think it's Fidel.
I think it's Che, but it could be Fidel.
It was nice to get into the countryside again. We missed that from our trip to Santiago, which was mostly countryside. The trip to Varadero and Havana was quite different, but when we took our day trip to the Bay of Pigs, we got to see the countryside again.
Supposedly there's wild crocodiles in this river. And this is what we were going out to do. We were watching for crocodiles. It's kind of like a crocodile watch thing or other that we...
But unfortunately, we didn't see any.
Yeah. There's a lot of exotic birds and ducks there, and some turtles that we could actually find here in North America.
It was another blistering day. I remember sitting on the boat thinking, okay, we're getting crisped here. There's nothing you could do. There's no shade to be had. Birds and turtles were pretty much the only wildlife we saw on this little jaunt. I'm sure if you were a bird person, this would just be heaven. Apparently it's one of the most populated sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries in the world.
Now we're going from a ferry.
Yep.
There's
or not really a ferry, but it's kind of like a cruise boat.
No, ferry, I'd say.
It's like a miniature cruise boat.
That's a cruise boat, Tom.
So this is like a miniature cruise boat. Okay. We're going to this island. Kind of like the island that's pretty much entirely a museum type place.
Oh yeah, and remember the guy let us drive the boat for a little while?
Yeah, we drove the boat for a little while because I had all the kids come out front and drive it for a few minutes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yes, now I remember Malcolm got to drive the boat. We were going to see a native village. I think that was a thrill for Mac. Driving the boat, that is, not so much the village.
There's little really old huts the natives used to go into.
They're not really old, Tom.
Old fashioned, stupid.
And they had a little
statues
Yeah.
of people there.
Famous Cuban sculptor made these sculptures of the lifestyle of the Indians that lived in this part of Cuba. I guess all over Cuba at one time. They were exterminated by the Spanish.
Oh, this is a traditional hut where they kind of bless you or something.
Yeah, and they put like scented leaves on us or something.
Yeah, here
and
we're
then they
following
would
Carolyn through, and Carolyn's.
and they'd paint little marks on
Yeah.
her face.
Yeah, and I hear Carolyn is saying, "What else are you going to do? Put more on you?" Or something like that.
No, she isn't.
Yeah, she said that's what she even told us. She said that.
This was another opportunity to get money from the tourists. Didn't bite this time, though. You do become quite hard after a while.
Here's the crocodile farm.
Here, it's a really big one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of adults caged in there.
Yeah. Even though it's not a good idea, you shouldn't do this at a zoo. Dad was kind of trying to provoke the crocodile into moving. It's kind of funny. There's another one. There's a whole whack of them in the water.
Yeah, like you couldn't notice them for a while, but
Yeah.
then you get to see them. There's a lot
There's a baby crocodile. That's
that we
like,
got to hold.
yeah, looks like a newborn crocodile or something. We were holding it. It was really small. It was cute.
We got to hold 3 crocodiles in our trip.
Yeah, one of them we got to have over our shoulders, and that was pretty much like painful. It's so heavy, the crocodiles.
The day we were going to Taigaron was the anniversary. April 4th, that's when we were there.
There, we're at my Bay of Pigs there.
So they're having the celebration this day, celebrating the was it 30? I hope to see Fidel there. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to go. I thought Fidel would be visiting, but he wasn't there. Not that we saw anyway.
Playa Giron. Now this was the day that we went to the Bay of Pigs. We were expecting some sort of celebration because it was the anniversary. And this was pretty much all we saw, was this gathering of people.
Here's Bay of Pigs. It was a nice beach, except for filled with crabs.
Yeah, really full of crabs. There's a lot of crab carcasses too in the sand. It was really gross.
You see, there's one of the machine gun nests
Yeah,
that were all lined up again at the
it's
beach.
a machine gun nest, yeah.
They're filled up with sticks and stuff.
Yeah, this is from the Revolution of Cuba. And this is where all the Americans would come up, and that's the machine gun nest that the Cubans were in.
I wanted to swim in the Bay of Pigs.
So off they went, always refreshing.
And then here we are going out.
Yeah.
The one that's really far out.
Yeah, the one that's really far out might be Malcolm. It's knee deep, and he's already like about 50 feet out.
50 feet out.
Yeah, just American right now. We're not.
I was far more cynical on this trip, but I loved it. I'll go back.
Yeah, I liked Cuba. It was really fun. Hope we go again.
We're finished!